Hey everyone, welcome to our Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the live show that we do every weekday at 10:30 Eastern Time, where I give my official picks. Matty, guys, I had 0-3 yesterday, and they weren't like picks where I was like, okay, yes, these are picks that I'm willing to go to. They were just kind of like picks that I felt like I threw on there. I felt like, maybe I'll go 1-2. Maybe if I get lucky, I'll go 2-1. I mean, even the Miley pick, fading Wade Miley, after I gave that pick, I knew I started to feel more and more nervous about it. Then I got the second half in the Minnesota game, and that one was looking like it was going to cash. To the closer blew it in the ninth. And then what was the other stupid pick I made, which was can't even remember. No, that was a stupid pick. I do remember, but there was one other stupid ass pick that I made. Oh yeah, Milwaukee on a team total over.
Oh yeah, I remember that. What, 2-1?
That was kind of close. There were a couple times they were threatening, but in general, they just weren't good picks. I'm still slightly up on the year, but I gotta really buckle down and make sure I don't go negative, because on the positive side,
still early.
Yeah, on the positive side, everything's looking good with the Golden State series. They're looking like there's no way in hell they're going to lose that series, right? I mean,
Game 3, I would be careful. But.
Yeah, I mean, sure that they might sweep, or the refs might hand them a game or two, but there's no way they're going to lose that series unless they all get injured. So I'm happy with my bet there. I also gave the first half minus the points on that one, so that one cashed. So I've been doing pretty well in the NBA, but yeah, MLB yesterday was just this week started out so well. And then I was, and then I don't know what the hell happened. I literally, the first half of the week was great. The first Monday, Tuesday, and the afternoon games on Wednesday were like a sweep. I was like 14-5. And then the night games on Wednesday and Thursday have been pretty much a shutout for me. And I think I'm like 0-8.
So your day-night splits are a little.
That is funny, but it's not funny, man.
It's pretty funny.
All right, it's like, yeah, it's funny. All right, funny.
Boston blew it. Yeah, no quitting us. That's right.
All right. So let's get to some very quick comments. People shooting the shit before we get into the picks today. I can tell you that on the card today, I'm getting a little bit gun shy because of my because when you start hemorrhaging units.
Pull back on the reins a little bit.
Yeah, when you start hemorrhaging units, you start to get a little bit. Gun shy and risk averse, which is not the way to have success in life in any situation. But I do have, I've broken down every game. I do have means. I think I'm going to pay closer attention starting next week to bullpen usage. I do pay attention to it, but not as close attention as I should. And I think I'm going to start tracking every game's bullpen usage starting next week. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. Let's see some comments. Jim Bean says the low-hanging fruit is Atlanta fade Arroyo. Yes, that is one of the games that is obviously eye-opening today. Bronson Arroyo is starting for Cincinnati, and Atlanta's on the other side. Now, Fultonavich is starting for Atlanta, and that's obviously a guy with huge potential, but has been getting hit a little bit here and there. This one reminds me a little bit actually of the Boston-Baltimore game yesterday. And so if I'm going to fade Arroyo, I'm most likely going to take a shot with the Atlanta team total over. I did bet Atlanta at a slight. I bet too small at +101 on the overnight line. And yes, I do believe. I mean, Arroyo is just a train wreck right now, giving up tons of home runs here, tons of home runs there. Again, though, Fultonavich probably going to be good, but that's far from a guarantee. So I might just take the Atlanta team total over. But definitely Arroyo. Fading Arroyo is low-hanging fruit. You look at his recent results, just so ugly. 3 homers there, 6 runs there, walks, no strikeouts, homers everywhere. It's just
it's amazing, actually. He still has a job.
But from a betting perspective, it's quite beautiful. So, yeah. Yes. Okay, here we go. People are starting to use my phrases. Rich Banks says, I started hemorrhaging units too, although he didn't use nearly enough H's, R's, or G's in his spelling of it. But, yeah, hemorrhaging units too. I got smacked in the face by the low-hanging fruit. All right, Rich Banks, yeah, you just got to be careful. You always got to be vigilant. Just, every bet you make, you're like, if this one loses, am I going to be okay with it? Or am I going to be like, what the hell was I thinking? And yesterday, I did have a losing day, and a lot of my bets, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? I kind of know what I was thinking. I'm okay with the under that I took in the second half with the Angels game, and I'm even okay with I'm okay with the Milwaukee Brewers team total over. But yeah, the Boston first half was just such a sucker play. All right, let's see. Jim Bean says Tampa Bay is the play. Bergman for Seattle sucks, The other thing is that two guys are out for Seattle, right? Segura and Nelson Cruz. I agree that Tampa Bay is probably the play today, and I'm also liking the under. I'm not sure if I would agree with Bergman for Seattle sucking. No, I don't agree with that. He's inconsistent. I'll give you that. I don't think he sucks. I bet the under on that one. I got 9 minus 113. That might be an official play today, the under in that one. And I would have a slight lean to Tampa Bay. Loose Cunt says, no way Reds will win today. Okay. Yes, the Reds might win today, but if they do, I don't think it's because Arroyo pitches a good game. I think it's because the offense explodes against either Atlanta's bullpen or against Fulton Avich. So I agree that
if he only gives up like 3 or 4 runs.
Klaus Vorstein says, Pete, where can I find your pick for Saturday and Sunday? I am lost without you. Oh, look at that. What a comment. You see that? It sounds like he's like, I'm lost without you. I need your picks on Saturday and Sunday. You know what I might do? All right, here's what I do. And I will make a promise. And if there's one thing about me that I pride myself on, it's that my word is bond, right? When I say I'm going to do something, God damn it, I'm going to do it. I will post out Twitter picks for Saturday and Sunday. How about that in MLB? All right? My picks.
P. Loshak.
At P. Loshak. My picks for Saturday and Sunday, at least for this week, and not going forward indefinitely. But this week I will, and because there's one thing in 2017 that people have lost a little bit, and that is keeping your goddamn word. You know what I mean? Your word used to mean something in life. Where I'm from, your word means something. So when I tell you that I'm going to post my Twitter picks in baseball this weekend, that means I'm going to post my Twitter picks in baseball this weekend. All right? So I'm going to post my Twitter picks in baseball this weekend. Saturday and Sunday picks, you can find and usually my picks on Saturday and Sunday tend to be better than my late week picks. Why? Because I'm more rested. I do a lot of research on sleep, and I am very, very much affected by sleep, which is why starting from like day one in my betting career, Monday is always my best day because I'm rested, fully rested, do my research on Sunday night, and weekends tend to be decent as well because I can sleep whenever I need to. So yeah, I will post my Twitter picks this weekend. All right. John Ramsey Jr. says, I need to cash Pete. I hear you. Rich Banks saying, preach, Borther Loshak. Yes. The goddamn word used to fucking mean something in life. And I think that's something we ought to what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word. Yeah, no, recapture as humanity. We got to have our words start to frickin' have a little bit of meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit of value. You know what I mean? Bitcoin has value. Does your word have value?
Damn, Bitcoin's got value.
That's what you got to think about. 3 things that should have value: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and your goddamn word. All right, enough of that joke. All right, let's go for it. All right. Padres will be Dale 04 says Padres will be overconfident after sweeping the Cubs. The Cubs should have won each game easily. Yes, I am agreeing that in general I'm looking to play on Colorado in this series. And Matty Ice, you remember I said I was looking to not play the Cubs in their series against San Diego.
Yes.
I didn't have the balls to give them as a pick in any of those games, and I only had the balls to bet them in I think 2 of them or 1 of them. But this series I'm liking Colorado, and I think I might give Colorado today as well. Marquez obviously has been very reliable. The issue with Clayton Richard is just that he is so wildly inconsistent, right? When he's on, he's on. And when he's not on, he gets hit hard. And he's had, I think, 5 home starts. 2 of them have been awesome. 3 of them have been bad. Which is he going to give here? If he comes in and gives a 9-inning start where he gives up 1 run and goes the full 9 innings with only 84 pitches, which is entirely possible.
Yeah, I mean, it happens every day in baseball.
Yeah.
Look at yesterday. Estrada gave up, 7 runs in 3.5 innings, and CC went 6 with 1. Yeah,
yes.
Like that.
And that's the thing about those guys those guys who pitch the contact when they're on, they go deep because they don't rack up pitch counts, So
that's really, I never thought about that.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's why you see guys like Clayton Richard when he's on actually throwing a lot more complete games than guys who rack up big pitch counts because, you look at it, he's like 9 innings, 1 run, 2 strikeouts and 84 pitches.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's true. So, yeah.
Learn it every day.
Okay, so here we go. Lou Skunt says Fulte won't shut down the Cincy Bats. Yeah, that's the way it certainly feels. So I think I'm just going to do I think I'm just going to do a simple fade of Arroyo with the Atlanta team total over. Probably, let's see what the line is here.
That's a pretty safe bet, fade in Arroyo at this point.
Yeah. Oh, to put it mildly, right there, Matty Ice. Let me just
pitching matchup of the day: Keuchel and Darvish.
Yeah, and that one is a tough one as well because I think I'm leaning under on that one. Is what my lean would be. I'm leaning Houston. There's one pitch. Oh yeah, when Cashner starts, I'm gonna be all over Houston. This at the current line, I think I'm gonna stay off it. I would probably even maybe think about taking I don't know, maybe taking Texas with. Maybe taking Texas with as a home underdog, but I'm leaning under in that game today at under 8. Let me just find the Atlanta team total over here so that I can give an official pick here. Pinnacle doesn't have their team totals out except for I don't know what's up with this. Where the hell are Pinnacle's team totals? I can't find Pinnacle's team totals here, which is not good because all right, so I'm gonna go and use a Heritage's team totals here. Oh man, Atlanta team total over is 5 plus 100. Man, that is a little bit tough. I'll take it though. I'll take it though. 5 plus 100. Yeah, probably 4.5 at favorite lines at other places, but I will take the Pinnacle line here. 5 plus 100. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the first Pinnacle line that I see for the Atlanta. I can't quote it right now. It'll probably be 4.5 at a big favorite line, or it might be 5 plus 108 or something like that. I'm going to take the Atlanta team total over at the first Pinnacle line that I see as an official pick here. Could lose again because Arroyo is capable of holding him down to 2 or 3. Yeah, exactly. He's still a borderline major league pitcher, which is
it's borderline.
Yeah, borderline. But all right, so I'm gonna take that one. All right.
I will never ever understand why he has a spot and some the next 23-year-old kid coming up still playing with like the Mud Hens down in like Tuscaloosa or something. If I was me, maybe I don't know anything about baseball like that. I would much rather have some kid, especially when I'm not playing. Get him out there and see what he can do.
Well, listen, I mean, in all sports, there were a lot of mistakes that people used to make until advanced analytics showed them, like, for instance, the pitcher batting eighth. You know what I mean? I mean, if you were really smart in 1985, you might have said, I will never understand why teams don't have the pitcher batting eighth instead of ninth. And you would have been right.
Some teams do.
Yeah, some teams still do, but so you might. I agree with you, Matty, guys. My sense is that probably it's a matter of like professional respect. That because these are people.
Arroyo? Who the fuck is he?
Because these are people who have been and so there's clubhouse and general and front office etiquette, I guess is what you would call it. That would be my sense. All right, so let's look at this. And you know what I will do? I'll give this freaking Colorado game in. I'm just going to take Colorado on the second half minus 120. Colorado on the second half minus 120. The full game right now is oh God, it's tempting to take him. It's just you really don't know what you're going to get with Clayton Richard here. You really do not know. I'll take him 2 ways. Fuck it, I'll take him 2 ways. All right. The other thing I'm going to do is if I'm gonna tweet out picks on Saturday and Sunday, then I'm going to add them to my official record. Okay, so obviously I will use up to the second lines that I find at SBRodds.com, and I will give it out 2 ways. I will give Colorado -1 and Colorado on the second half. Hopefully, Clayton Richard gets knocked around a little bit.
You update your egg picture. I forgot about that again.
All right, so the lines for Colorado: the Greek has -112 on the money line, and the run line part will be at Pinnacle. No, at the Greek +145. So that's decent. Plus money there for Colorado on the full game -1, and I'm also going to take them on the second half -130. And if Clayton Richard throws a complete game 1-run start, then both of those picks are probably going to be Scott's.
Good for him.
Good for fucking him. Yeah, exactly. Good for frickin' you, Clayton Richard, if you screw me 2 ways. It's taking a risk, but again, I am liking Colorado here in general on the series. Next game I'm looking at, let's just jump right to it. Arizona and Miami. I am looking for Corbin to get hit. So I'm liking the Miami team total over. Really? Yeah, and I think I'm also liking the over in this game, and also liking Miami -1. And I'm also leaning Arizona on the second half because I think that Arizona might pick it up in the second half. I'm just looking for Corbin to get hit. The Miami lineup is they, first of all, they crush lefties. They hit lefties a lot better than righties, and I'm definitely leaning all of those different ways. And you know what I will do? All right, I'm going to give this one. All right. I guess I'm not risk averse. No. I guess what I'm doing is
there's like a little spirit that twists your arm. I can see it happen.
I think what happens is like when you get close to being negative, you start to go, fuck it, I'm just going to give 8 picks again. And if I go negative, I'll go way negative, baby. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give Miami -1. I'm going to give Miami team total over and I'm going to give Arizona on the second half. Now, the Miami -1 line will be a big underdog line because I'm going to be able to take -112 at the Greek, and the run line part is going to be +179. That's at Pinnacle. So that's a pretty solid, plus 130-ish Miami -1 line there. I'm also going to take the Miami team total over, which currently at Heritage is just 4 -130, and that is the low-hanging fruit of the day right there. You want your lowest hanging fruit of the day right there is the Miami team total over. I do think they'll hit Corbin one way or the other. Miami team total over 4, and at Heritage right now it's -130. I'm going to take the Pinnacle team total over whatever it is when I first see it, when it first comes out. And I'm also leaning to the general, just in general, to the over on this game as well. Let me find the total here. Arizona Miami is it's 9. I will let me think about that one for a second. Let me just think about that one, because Urena can be good. All right, I'll hold off on that one, although I am liking the over. That's definitely a lean. 9 + 104. That is definitely a lean in Miami, Arizona over. And let me just check the Arizona second half line, which I'm also leaning towards, and that is, let me just find that one. Arizona second half -130. I'll throw that one on there as well. Arizona -130, so that is slightly anti-correlated to the Miami -1 line, but I think that Miami probably hits Corbin early, and then later Arizona might put up a couple. So those are, I'm betting that one 3 ways. Arizona second half -130, Miami team total over, and the Miami -1 line. That's 3 ways I'm taking the Arizona-Miami game, mostly predicated on Corbin getting crushed, or at least hit pretty hard by Miami, who does hit lefties, and Corbin's a vulnerable lefty there. Lowest hanging fruit of the day, Miami team total over 4. There you go.
Miami team total over.
Yes, there you go. All right. Other questions? Yes, Klaus Forstein. I'm gonna give my Saturday and Sunday picks on Twitter up to the mid lines.
Now,
I'm gonna add.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but you and Drew do a show. What's up? Speaking of Drew, what's up, Drew?
Yeah.
That kind of looks ahead into the weekend, right? So, I mean, if you're itching for picks over the weekend, that is available.
Yeah, and one thing we did mention, I'm almost certain that I'm going to be fading Cashner either 1 way, 2 way, maybe 3 ways, maybe 4 ways on Sunday when he goes up against Houston. That's looking like an ugly matchup for him. All right, Justin Searcy says low-hanging fruit Nationals. Wait, let me just refresh my mind who they're playing. Oh, no, I disagree with that. I mean, you could be right, Justin Searcy, but low-hanging fruit Nationals, I am disagreeing. Triggs, Strasburg is good. He's coming off an awesome start, but still he's, usually given up 2 or 3 runs every 7 innings in his starts, which is excellent. But Triggs has been almost as good. His last start, he got hurt by defense a little bit, and the A's actually had bad defense. Actually, Matty Ice, remember you were asking me,
yes.
You asked me a question about how important defense is.
Yeah,
and I told you it's not that important. It is definitely a factor, and more of a factor in certain situations than others. But
long term,
I checked the defensive ratings, and you know who won? Two of the top defensive teams in the league right now
are the Reds,
the Giants, the Phillies.
Yeah.
The Phillies are top 5 defensively, so that tells you everything you need to know right there. The Marlins and the Giants, and one of the worst teams defensively in the league is Houston. So that tells you,
rather surprising.
Yeah,
actually.
that tells you everything you need to know right there. The top team in MLB in terms of ROI.
What are the margins here? I mean, are you talking if like a guy has a terrible, like a 3-error game that
affects it? Yeah, I mean, they have various ways of measuring it, but clearly Houston is bottom 5 in the league in terms of defense, and obviously they're the top team in ROI. And the Phillies are currently top 5 in the league in defense, and clearly they are not even bottom 3; they are bottom. They are the bottom team, and the Giants are like top 10 as well. So that just serves to sort of underscore what I said to you before, which is not to say that it's not a factor, because it definitely is, absolutely. And in fact, Jason Hayward is a perfect example of a player who overall was a valuable player even when he was horrible at the plate, because his defense was so valuable.
That's true. He's very, very good at defense.
So defense absolutely does matter. It's a factor, but just one glance at the ROI standings and one glance at the defensive ratings this year shows you how little. I mean, you're never going to see something like that in the bullpen, for instance. You're never going to. Well, you might. I mean, a little bit. Like Washington. Washington is a good team. They have a bad bullpen, but you're going to see teams with crappy bullpens generally being at the bottom of the ROI standings, and at the very least they're going to be negative. It's not at the absolute bottom. All right, let's get back to some of the comments here. Let's see. Let me see. I had a 5-team parlay going before that freaking home run from Bradley going over the total Boston game. Yeah. Justin Searcy, I don't know what to tell you. Baseball, there's a lot of stuff like that in baseball. That's why parlays can be very treacherous in baseball, because there's fewer plays with big edges and a lot more plays with small edges than, for instance, college football, for example. So, all right, low hanging fruit, Fade Arroyo. Boston crushed me yesterday. Sorry to anyone who DJ One Mike says yesterday was weird as fuck. Yes. Jason T. Boston crushed me yesterday. Sorry if that was a fade of me. I thought I had a good play there, or I know in retrospect I knew I didn't have a good play. All right, let's see. DeLeon Johnson says Oakland may win tonight. Sneaky home team. Yes, not just they are a sneaky home team. They've been a very profitable home team. They're almost minus 20% ROI at home. They're one of the top teams in baseball at home, and the second worst team in baseball on the road in terms of ROI. So and again, Strasburg is good, but Triggs is good too. So again, my lean on that one would be to Oakland, not to Washington on that one. And I definitely wouldn't be betting Washington either on Oakland or nothing. All right, we look for other comments. DJ One Mike says defense makes a difference for middle tier teams because there's so much parity, but doesn't matter for great teams. Yes, that's another good point from DJ One Mike. And also, defense matters more, as I said, depending on the pitcher. If you have a ground ball pitcher starting, infield defense matters a lot more. And if you have a fly ball and line drives pitcher starting, then obviously the park matters and the outfield defense matters. So yeah, that is another comment on defense. It's definitely an interesting topic for sure, and I want to learn a little bit more about it this year. Okay, let's see. Dale 04 says Oakland has the worst defense by a mile. Yes, I think they're second worst. I'm gonna have to look at it, but yeah, their defense is terrible for sure. Let's see other comments. Yes, Tomorino Tomor says Corbin hasn't been good on the road. Miami is hitting now. I think a Nike game was anomaly. All right. Kobe Aaron Valentine says, Ron Jeremy, when are you going to shave? Very soon, but I want to be a little bit strategic about it, and I might want to shave in some kind of
live on video fashion.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
So everyone's asking us, Pete, what is your Twitter name? It's @PLoshak. Okay. All right. So now let's go to a lot of people making fun of my name. Rich Banks asking, am I married to Lucy? Matthias wow, I said Matthias Terminator really getting every little bit of mileage he can out of my one face sitting comment a few days ago. Matthias Terminator loves face sitting. He sounds like he's German. They're sick in Germany. They have some sick fetishes in Germany. He's asking, who would you, Pete, you have a free face sit. Kim Kardashian, Serena Williams, choose wisely. Well, Kim Kardashian.
Are you talking about the German fetishes?
This guy, Matthias Shermanator, has been commenting on my face-sitting comment every day for the past couple of days.
So maybe that's, that's cool. Whatever you're into, tickles a little bit.
Kim Kardashian is basically number one in terms of butt. All right, let's get back to baseball very quickly.
I don't know. There was a girl at this beer factory last night.
All right, oh, you went to that?
Yeah.
Oh, not really.
Good God. Yeah. I was showing. We had to explain to Drew, oddly enough, from Atlanta, how butt implants worked.
Oh, yeah. See that I'm not down with at all.
No, but it was just very obvious.
Yes.
And strange.
So let's get back to the rest of the card. If you notice, I put my computer on the other side today. Hopefully that will change things around. The picks that I've given so far have been what? The Atlanta team total over, I gave that one. Miami team total over, and that is the official lowest hanging fruit of the day. Miami -1, Arizona second half, Colorado -1, and Colorado second half. So I've given 6 picks today. Other picks that I'm leaning towards, I'm thinking about the under in Tampa Bay, Seattle. Again, 2 big bats are out for Seattle. Bergman, I think, might have a decent start, and Odorizzi a little bit shaky right now, but should be somewhat. I think Odorizzi will be okay tonight. Seattle has been, a team that can go over recently, but I'm leaning under on that one. And let me see the total on that one. I'm sure there's still some 9s available. Oh no, now it's down to 8.5. Oh no, bookmaker and BetDSI have 9 -115. All right, let me just think about it. That's definitely a lean. Tampa Bay and Seattle under 9 -115. I guess I'll hold off on that one for now, given a pick. Then there's Gibson and Ramirez. Gibson is very, very, very vulnerable. Not sure what's going to happen here, but Minnesota on the second half is another pick that I'm liking. Ramirez has been good. I think Minnesota will have the edge late. And let me just find the odds for that one. I'm probably going to give that one. Let me see. Sano is back for Minnesota, of course. That helps. All right, I'll give that one as another pick. Minnesota -130 on the second half. And actually, when I handicapped today's card, there were more second half plays than normal that I was liking. So Minnesota on the second half is a play that I'm definitely going to give. The Cleveland KC game, tempted to take the under on that one, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. That is a little bit tricky. And then another second half playing that I'm liking, the White Sox in Detroit. Not exactly sure why the White Sox with Holland is that big of an underdog. Detroit does hit lefties kind of well, but Holland has already faced Detroit twice and done well against them. So I'm not quite understanding the White Sox as this big of a dog. Probably someone's out that I'm not aware of. I'll have to look into that. Fulmer obviously excellent, but Detroit has not no great shakes. And also the White Sox on the second half is a team that I would be leaning towards here. And at -110, I will give that one. That's another official pick. White Sox, second half, -110. A lot of second half picks that I have definitely been liking today. Another interesting game is the Yankees against Toronto. And obviously we saw what the Yankees did yesterday. I'm not a buyer on Liriano right now. The reports are that he's okay. And I'm willing to believe that, the reports, but I'm not buying it. I think he might, look vicious against a couple batters in this game. But at one point or another, I think he's going to give up some runs. And Pineda on the other side, looking very reliable. So it's tempting to take the Yankees here on the first half, but I think it might be better just to go with the Yankees team total over, which
right at this point, why not, right?
Yeah,
12 runs yesterday.
Yeah, I need to look into some other things. Just 4.5. All right, so I'm going to keep that one as a lean. The Yankees team total over. To fade of Pineda, I'm not going to give that one as an official pick, although it's definitely tempting as hell to take that one. But I need to check some other factors that I look at.
Pineda against the Blue Jays today.
Fade and Pineda. No, I think Pineda. It's a little bit hard to. I mean,
That's
Pineda,
right. I understand why.
Pineda. Most of the time I think he's going to be good, but he can give up some home runs here and there. So I'm going to hold off on that one. I'm going to hold off on that game for now. And you know what? I have to look at other factors. I'm even going to pull that one as lean. It's not a lean. The Yankees team total over. It might be later on, but as of right now, I can't even give it as a lean. All right, other games that are interesting. Wow. Massive move in the St. Louis Cubs game, right? With Lackey starting, it opened at about -140. Now it's all the way up to -165, -170 at some places. I'm assuming that there is someone's out for St. Louis. Got to be. That's the only explanation for that.
Anybody know?
The Cubs are coming in. Let's quickly look at the total for that one, because I was thinking about the over.
Like the Red Sox at all today?
The over on that one. I'll get to that one in a second. Yeah, the total. Wow. The total is low. Holy crap! It's 8.5 or 8. I would be leaning over on that one. People must be out for St. Louis because Lackey is very hittable, and I was thinking actually about the St. Louis team total over, which as of right now would be just 3.5. Definitely some people are out for St. Louis. I'm sure some people are commenting on that. So some weird comments going on. All right. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's up with the line movement in the Cubs game and the total being lower than I expected. So I'm assuming that some people are out for St. Louis offensively. Yeah, that one I don't get at all. I'm definitely leaning over in that one. Maybe I should give it. God damn. You know what? Let me look at this. I am going to give it. Fuck it. I am going to give it. Bet DSI has 8 -120 right now. So I'm going to give that one. Oh, that's probably a stale line. I'll give the over 8.5 -113. That is a pinnacle line right now. St. Louis and the Cubs over 8.5 -113. That is an official pick. Although as I give it, it feels a little bit chintzy. Yeah. Feels a little bit makes me a little bit nervous.
Oh, you read it. St. Louis, Chicago Cubs over 8.5 -113.
Yeah, all right, I'll keep it. But it's just I think that no matter who's in the lineup for St. Louis, Lackey's going to get hit. Lynn can be good, but the Cubs lineup has got to start producing at some point now that they're back home. So I will give that one over 8.5 -113. St. Louis and the Cubs. Other games that are interesting. Yeah, the Boston game. That is a tough one. Once again, Baltimore is good at home. Boston is not quite a good enough team to be laying juice on. To be giving road favorite lines against Baltimore. Asher has been he got hit in his last start, but he'll probably have a decent 5-inning start here. So I would be leaning Baltimore, although I'm definitely going to stay off of that one. And the Pittsburgh Mets game, that's another interesting one. Cole and Harvey suddenly finding his groove a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Last start was better.
Whipped him a little bit, whipped him back into shape, perhaps.
Harvey, yeah, not too bad. And then Cole, on the other side has had 2 straight kind of iffy starts. So it's tempting here to take Pittsburgh on the second half, tempting here to take the Mets on the full game, tempting to I'm tempting to take the under on that one. I'm not sure how I want to bet that one. Definitely leaning, those are my leans though. Definitely leaning Mets on the full game, and definitely leaning Pittsburgh on the second half. I'll give those as leans, though, just leans, not official picks. I will go over the entire card, clearly indicating what my picks and leans are at the end of this show. Tomorino Tomor says Porcello has consistently been overvalued in the betting market. I think he gets hit. Yeah, it's just as a road dog, as a road favorite, I would not be taking Boston here. I would lean Baltimore as a home favorite. Let's see. Other Cubs batters don't matter. Let's see. Now a lot of comments on this Cubs game. No Javi Baez for the Cubs. Okay, and Justin Searcy says Cubs batters don't matter. My sense is that someone must be out for Cincinnati to have caused that massive line movement in the Cubs' favor with Lackey starting. Yeah, there's got to be people out. No, DJ One Mike says no Cards lineup official yet. But Yorko is listed day to day. So that tells me, if no Cards lineup official yet, that tells me inside information. Some guy from the bullpen with inside information made a call and said, some big bats are going to be out for St. Louis. Okay. I don't understand that line move, a massive line move.
It's too bad because it's a good day to fade Lackey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Baez, a lot of comments. I've given the over in that game. I think that Lackey probably gets hit one way or the other, and the Cubs batters, whoever's in the lineup, get to win one way or another as well. So yeah. Interesting game. A lot of people talking about that one. Let's see. No Javi Baez for Cubs. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of comments there. And yes, classic comments. Yeah, wow. The comments in these shows have been getting good. A lot of people saying funny stuff. And now, a lot of funny comments here. I can't pay close attention to them because I have to keep the game rolling.
I gotta start bringing a lot, because usually all the comments would come on these.
Mm-hmm.
So and I find myself having less people asking me questions here because I think they're all watching us on YouTube now. It's a little more convenient, I think.
All right, a lot of interesting comments that are just very, very funny. All right,
well, here's some. I want to laugh.
Chance Stembridge says, "I love the Yankees today, and the Giants with Blackburn gets a shitty Phillies team with an underdog price. Yes, please. Yes." The Yankees, again, I have to look closer at stuff that I look at closer to game time. My first thought on that game is I'm definitely not a buyer on Liriano, so that is an endorsement of taking the Yankees here. Pineda might struggle a little bit here against Toronto, though. We'll have to see what the weather's like, what the lineup's like. But my first thought on this one is definitely I'm looking to fade Liriano in this game for sure. So I would agree with you there. All right, and block against the shitty Phillies team with an underdog price. That is a tricky one. Shitty Phillies team, yes. San Francisco, not too far from shitty themselves, though. Eichhoff can be good. I'll admit this. I bet Philly small on the overnight. I did. I got him at like -107 or something like that. San Francisco, not a good team either. They're traveling cross country, and I would also be leaning under on that one. And let me see what the total is 8.5. So I would have a lean to the under and a lean to Philly on that one. Although I'm probably going to stay off it as far as official leans even are concerned. But I did bet Philly small. I'd be careful. Black has definitely been getting great results though, so I would be careful leaning that way. All right, so let's just DJ One Mike says SF Philly under sounds strong. Yes, I would agree with that one. I'm liking that one, and Phillies haven't called under their young players. Yeah, all right. Josh Miller says weather non-factor. Rogers Center has retractable roof, right? Unless it's open, in which case the weather is a factor.
Yeah, it takes a long time to close that thing.
Come on, Josh Miller. All right. So let me just and I think that the dome will be closed, and the balls don't fly as well when it's closed. Yes. I'm assuming that the roof will be closed in the Yankees game for sure. All right. I'm gonna just summarize all the picks and leans. All right. First game. St. Louis and the Cubs. I did wind up giving over 8.5 that one as an official pick. Okay, St. Louis is going to have to be productive against Lackey. I'm not exactly sure why there was such a big move to the Cubs, but I'm taking over 8.5. Boston, Baltimore, pass. San Francisco, Philly, pass. Yankees, Toronto, interesting game, but I'm going to pass on that one. Atlanta, Cincinnati. I did take Atlanta team total over as an official pick. Hopefully, Arroyo will be as we expect, and And Atlanta will put up some offense, even though Atlanta's lineup at 5 with an over. That's tricky, but I gave it as a pick, and I'll stick with it. 2 leans in the Pitt-Mets game. I'm going Pitt's second half as a lean, and the Mets on the full game as a lean. That is, those are anti-correlated plays, but that's okay. White Sox second half is definitely an official pick for me, with Holland going against Fulmer, and I guess also the White Sox just as a big underdog would be a lean as well. Miami. 3 picks here. Miami team total over. That is the low-hanging fruit of the day. Miami -1 is also a pick, and Arizona on the second half is also a pick. And I will also throw on the Arizona-Miami over 9 just as a lean. Houston and Texas. I'm passing on that one, although if you gave me a free bet on it, I would lean to the under. Kershaw-Milwaukee, we didn't even talk about that game, and I'm passing on it. Cleveland-KC is a pass. Washington-Oakland is a pass, but if you gave me a free play, I would take Oakland. Minnesota and the Angels. Minnesota second half is definitely a pick for me. Tampa Bay and Seattle. I'm definitely leaning under on that one, and let me see if any 9s are available. No, yeah, there is a 9 available. I'm going to keep that one just as a lean. Tampa Bay, Seattle under 9. Although that one is a pretty strong lean, borderline play, and I did bet that one on the overnight. And then finally in the Colorado game, the second half is a pick. And Colorado -1 on the game is also an official pick. And that just about wraps it up. We got to a lot of questions and gave opinions on almost every game. Kind of a tricky card tonight, but hopefully overall it'll be good. That Tampa Bay Seattle under. Man, I would love to give that one. I'll hold off on it.
It's like window shopping.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God,
that is such a borderline
Mercedes
play.
looks so nice in there.
Yes, indeed. That's a borderline play, but I'll keep it as a lean for now. Under 9, -115. All right, guys, that is the show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the positive comments. And once again, I gave my freaking word that I'm going to be tweeting out my plays at PLoshak or MLB on Saturday and Sunday. I will use up-to-the-minute lines, of course, and those plays on Saturday and Sunday I will add on to my official record for better or for worse. So that will be at my Twitter at PLoshak. Official MLB plays Saturday and Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all on Monday.